Driving In with Becca Tilley and Tanya Rad, an iHeartRadio and two-time People's Choice Award-winning podcast.
Shows and stuff that I could be binging because I thought I had to have my Apple TV, which is, like I said, in storage because my place, I'm thinking I'm going to be able to move back in this week, but
fingers crossed.
Anyways.
Wait, what's going on with your place?
Flooded.
So everything's in storage and you're just in a hotel?
I've been displaced since November, beginning of November.
Wow, that is a long time.
Yeah. It's been fun.
That's 2 months.
Yeah. I've been pretty chill, I'm pretty because it was like Thanksgiving, I went home, and then Christmas I went home. So it's been fine. I'm tired of living out of a suitcase. So
you've been in a hotel this whole time? Are you with friends or where are you?
No, I've been staying with Hayley.
Oh.
And then, so she's probably ready for me to go to.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know.
I know. It's just like living out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
It's just like, I didn't get to decorate my place for Christmas. There's just things like that I was like bummed about. But whatever, it is what it is. Couldn't change it. But for some reason, Hayley and I went up to Carmel for New Year's, and on the way back down, it felt like the drive took forever. And so I was like, let's find a good podcast. And I remembered one of the girls in the Facebook group posted about the Lacey Peterson case and how then someone commented and said, there's a really good podcast by the Crime Junkies podcast, which is amazing. Shout out. And, so we listened to like multiple episodes, and the Lacey Peterson case, which I was 14, I think, when it happened. So I just remember.
I don't even know what that is.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No.
For the guy in Modesto, he allegedly killed his 8-month pregnant wife the day before Christmas. So we went to dinner last night at this beautiful Italian restaurant. We had great vibes. The food was great. We put on the Lakers game to watch the Kobe tribute. It was it was a great moment. As dinner's ending, our food's still on the table, mind you. My friend Kylie happens to see a little bug and quickly swipes it under the table with her napkin. And we got a picture. It seemed to be a miniature baby cockroach. So anyways, this is not the point of the story, however.
That's disgusting.
We
so
obviously
gross.
were pretty upset, as you are, because you're frantically looking for the family it came from. And where's the mom?
They do travel in packs, I hear.
Yeah. You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. So my friend goes up to talk to the manager and, just seeing what happens here. I hate confrontation. So this is truly my worst nightmare. I was like, the roach is dead. We got the food. We ate it before we saw the roach. Let's go. They're like, no. They go to the manager, lies about what her name is, says her name's Nicole. My friend quickly finds out that is not her name.
Never trusted Nicole.
That would have been any name and Tanya would have said that.
It's true.
But anyways, her name's Paula. So the truth is never trust a Paula. Sorry, Paula. So anyways, my whole thing was it turned into a confrontational thing. And she ended up giving us half off. Could have been more, honestly, but I was not going to ask for that.
I'm surprised you ate the food. I'd be like,
but no, we ate it and then saw the roach. But then he did
you were
bring
mid-eat.
No, we were done. But the food was still there if anyone wanted to nibble. Anyways, we see the roach. He brings a dessert menu. I take a look at it because I'm like, I like cheesecake, I'm down to eat some cheesecake. It was on the booth. It wasn't in the kitchen. I don't know where it came from.
So
it
sick.
turned
I would
into
have been out of there faster than you can say cockroach.
Yeah, it turns into a situation. So Britt handles it. She comes back. She's like, we're going to get 20%. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Let's go. And then Hayley's like, no. I'm going to go handle this. She comes back, says, I got 50%. Turned into a full thing. So I go to the bathroom. They said they're going to the bar. We're still at this restaurant. They're going to the bar. I'm like, can we not go somewhere else? I come down, can't find them anywhere. My phone's dead. And I'm like, I'm going to have to ask Paula where the bar is. So I go up and I'm like, hey, Paula,
Do you know where the
Wow.
bar is? She's like, oh, yeah, it's upstairs, like very fake, but nice. And I was like, this is probably where I made the mistake, because she was pleasant enough. And I was like, hey, I just wanted to apologize. I know it's not your fault that there's a cockroach, but, you know, it's a complicated situation.
So you to like try and like get on her good side. Like, who cares? Do you know what I mean?
Maybe
Like,
we could
she's
get
rude to your friends.
75% off. I don't know. And she goes, so I'm literally like this, like, you're Paula. And I'm like, she does this, and I'm like, well, I was like, you know, you don't have to be rude.
Interest even bigger. So stand
Okay.
by for that.
Is this for me?
This is for you, Becca. This is from Anonymous.
Oh, shoot.
What's the percentage likelihood, so I'm looking for a number here, you'll get married to your current partner?
That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question.
Are we out of time? We're
No,
done?
we have time. Lots of time. I'm getting a stretch out. That's an easy one.
I'm going to go 95%.
Wow! Wow!
Oh, my God.
My heart is
I know, that's exciting.
swelling.
That's like,
But I don't know when, so.
whatever. We don't need to know when. We don't need to know when.
95%.
I'm sweating. I gotta go. Thanks for having me.
Wait, that's so cute.
All right, Tanya.
Oh, have you been looking at me like for a weird amount of time like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
So here's our last one. This is for Becca from Michelle.
Michelle?
You know, we always say hashtag hope he's not listening. This is when I have to say hashtag hope I hope HR isn't listening to this.
Oh.
'Cause I will lose my job. Describe the last sex dream you had and who it was with.
Do you want to pour the drink?
Oh, do you want to hold
Saving
it up?
all of us for that one.
All right.
Your job.
Hold
mine,
it up, Becca.
My relationship. Oh. I mean, it was with someone I'm with, so I don't.
Oh,
feel that.
that's nice. That's great.
And it was
Aw.
great.
Let's choose a drink, everybody.
What?
When
I
you
was-
have a sex dream, do you have to like wake up and like
What? Finish what? What
touch
you asking?
yourself? Do you?
This is not truth or drink anymore. You're not.
I know this is
It
just
is-
a inquisitive friend.
It's a good question.
Because I do.
I don't. Really?
Yeah.
Every single time.
I don't have them often, but yeah. It was fun.
And there is something we do need to talk about from that show.
Oh yeah.
What?
Becca.
I know,
Revelation.
I know.
95%.
Okay, here. Okay.
We need to hear the aftermath.
I
of
know.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
Anxiety, honestly. That was after. I'm not like taking it back or anything like that, but I did have, when the question was asked, I thought, if I drink, this is going to cause a fight, you know? And then I didn't know where my number was that wasn't going to cause a fight. So I was like, you know, I'm going to put it out there. And I went with 95, which is really high.
That's a high.
Yes.
95 is like 100%. It's
No, it's not.
5%
No,
away.
Pretty
There's a-
darn close.
There's this 5%.
5%.
though.
Okay.
Anyways, like I said, I don't want to like take it back, but it just so you know my thought process.
I was walking the dog and listening.
You stop.
God.
I wish there had been a camera on me because yes, I like stopped in my tracks and like my eyes got wide, my mouth was open, like oh my god, because I expected you to say 50-50. We'll see how it goes. That's what I expected you to say to blow it off.
Do you know the argument that would have caused?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
But 95%, it made me so happy.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, me too. I hugged
Yes.
her.
I was like, I felt like I had just like gotten engaged or something. But I was gonna go with 80, and then I was like, oh, and then like it was all so on the spot that I like didn't even have more time to process another number, so I was like 95. And then like literally the whole night I was like, I know everyone's like waiting for a proposal now.
No.
I got so many messages like, oh my God, 95%.
Oh, really?
I don't know who asked that on Facebook, but they should get an award.
They do. They should get an award.
That is a question.
That was a
Well, it was
great
something.
question.
It was. Wasn't it two-parted or something?
I think we tweaked it. I think somebody asked, I think a number of people asked if you're going to get married. And so we just tweaked it to % likelihood because we felt like that's harder to blow off. So
It was harder.
yes,
Well,
it really
thank you.
was because that's a tough one because drinking is bad and answering is bad. You were torn.
I know. It was like not great.
What about, has there been family reaction? Has there been sisters reaction?
I don't know if anyone listens to the podcast.
Okay, well, there you go.
So didn't get those questions bombarding me.
Yeah, because if this would have been my family, my mom would have been like, what?
Yeah. No.
Dushanka's a P1.
Who aren't in the Los Angeles, San Francisco area. Just saying, we're trying to take this thing on the road, but right now.
I know. I'm actually I'm kind of nervous for LA because everybody performers, like artists and stuff, say that LA, when they play their LA shows, it's like the toughest crowd.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. Hayley told me. She was like, just to set your expectations, like LA's the least like excited crowd because
Yeah.
there's
Well, that's
always stuff
interesting.
going on here.
Yeah,
'Cause they're
because
more
we're so
jaded
jaded
here,
here.
yeah.
Yeah. So
However, I think the scrubbers are gonna
I've never met a
be
jaded
different.
scrubber.
Nope.
never met a jaded scrubber.
There's no jadedness
No.
within the scrub community.
They are sans jade. They are.
Like
He's fun.
he's just very easy to have. Like I'd love to have him on the podcast like regularly. Just
We did say
for
that we'd go
entertainment.
on a triple date.
And who are the 6?
Hunter, myself, Becca, and her self partner, and Jackson, his wife.
my self partner,
Yeah, your self partner.
which is not myself by the
It
way.
sounds like
correct.
it's your that stand-up figure that we had.
Yeah, Becca, along with
yes, that's
Becca. Yeah, the 6 of us.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. I think it'd be fun.
I'm down too. I think it'd be really.
But I like Red Star. It's like puts it out there, but
95%. We all know Becca. Becca has found her Red Starburst.
95%.
95% of her Red Starburst.
I got a lot of messages about that one.
I know. But you
Didn't start a
explained that in
fight.
the latest podcast.
Yeah, we talked about that. You know that we're doing we might be doing another game today for y'all, but they were like, you have to move faster, and I'm like, well, y'all are asking questions that consider a lot of thought for me, so I'm either gonna be wasted taking shots if you want it to be fast, or you got to give me just a little bit of time to go through the
I
whole
mean,
thing.
I think personally Becca's had a glow about her. Do you guys think she's had a glow? And it's been around for about a year and a half, this glow?
I don't know if I've talked about how long it's been.
Oh, okay.
All right, year and a half. Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm so happy we're both so happy.
I know. In what world?
This one.
This one.
At the Roxy.
Ooh, let me tap that. And I double tap. Hey. I'm telling you, but
Yeah,
no.
but you didn't find your guy through the DMs.
No. Well, I've been telling her to get on Hinge. Don't even get me wrong on that. But
I'm
Thank
just
you.
here to say that sliding into the DMs does work.
it does work.
That's my current situation as well, so.
Oh, really? Really?
Okay, we met.
You met in
but
real
then
life?
that's how we
Oh.
connected again. Was the DM slide?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
know that. You
Yeah.
guys didn't exchange numbers that night?
No.
Huh. Who knew?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I got to figure this out.
Okay.
Okay, so here's a question for you.
Okay.
This seems to be a follow-up to last week's question about
Love a
95%.
follow-up.
Getting ready?
Reaching for the bottle already.
So last week we asked, what are the percentage chance that you'll be marrying the person you're currently seeing? You said 95%, which sent off shock waves across America.
America.
So this question is, will you be engaged in the next year? And I will ask, what is the percentage chance you'll be engaged in the next year?
I'm gonna take a shot.
You gonna take a shot on that one?
Fine by me.
I just feel like that's I don't know the percentage.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
really, you guys?
Aggressive pour by Tanya.
Aggressive. That's the same she poured for me. Thank you. Front row.
Oh,
center.
Becca,
Wow.
One gulp.
That is impressive and something I did not know you were
My throat's
capable of.
Do you want that?
Tanya
fire.
offering a lime, Becca taking advantage of the lime.
What is that?
I love. Mark's really concerned for the
I'm
podcast
concerned about the
listener.
listeners.
Wow.
Becca, here's a yes or no for you. Did you lose your virginity with your current partner?
No, but no, but I can't take this, so no, I did not.
Okay, there you go. All right,
Done.
fair enough.
That's all I got to say. Next. But weirdly, there's not a lot that annoys me about you. Like you really, like you're one of those best friends in my life. Are you gonna cry?
No.
You're one of those people that like you're just so even keeled, and like it's so important for me to have somebody like you in my life because I really think you like. No, I'm serious. Like Becca will always like bring me back, and like I'm very obviously like I can get very like excited or like I'm very a lot, and she can always kind of bring me back, and it's like so. I think it's really important for me. I think you really have like made me a better person.
Oh. Well, I'm drunk. That gasoline really went right through me. It's so true because she FaceTimed the other night and I answered and she was like, spiraling about something. And I talked and I was with Hayley and she was like, I was finally like, Hayley, do you have any advice? And she's like, finally, I get to say something. We really calmed you down.
You did, and it's like it's good for me. I think between you and my sister, like it really just gives me like a good zen in my life.
Has anyone in the room watched Love is Blind?
Yeah,
A lot of people
yeah,
have.
You have?
yeah. I haven't finished it. I think I'm on episode 5.
Oh my gosh, I wanted to passionately discuss because I'm obsessed with it and I can't watch enough of it. Like I get so excited for the new episodes.
Explain it to those of us who have not seen it.
Okay, so
If I were still single, I would do that show.
but literally,
Totally.
Hayley and I were watching and she was like, I could see Tanya doing this show. I was like, I think that's offensive.
No, it's the best. Our Scrubbing In sisters are so effing thoughtful. Like I literally, when I was like opening the gifts and the cards and the letters and stuff, like they're so nice. Like I get so emotional. Like, and I keep them all, I'm keeping everything in like a box because like that little butterfly, the butterfly magnet that was made out of
Oh
a Dr.
my
Pepper can, like
gosh.
that is so. Like, what did you guys make that? Like, where did that come from?
Even if you just found it, how did you find that? It was just
I know
so
it's
cool.
so nice and so thoughtful.
So you like posted it on your story and I had like one bag and it had a few cards and some candy, but that was it. And I was like, Tanya got all these gifts and stuff. Like what? And then Hayley goes, oh, there's another bag of gifts from like the Scrubbing In, and they were all like these like nice, thoughtful things that you got too. And I was like, oh, I was like, man. Tanya is the favorite. Stressed.
Wow, that never happens to me. So I would be honored if I were, but I'm not. If you don't feel that way about yourself, like if you're saying you're doing all these things and that's an insecurity of yours,
you want your partner to like, you know, be like, you don't have cellulite, even though I fully have cellulite all over my body. You know what I mean? Like, you want that. Am I wrong?
No, I cannot imagine being with someone who didn't actively make me feel like I was the most beautiful person in the room, even if I knew I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it should be. And like, we're self-aware enough to know when there's someone like with a better body or prettier or whatever in the room. But that I have and the reason why I've actually like gained weight and haven't like really done much about it is because I've been made to feel like I look amazing no matter what. And I think that's what you're supposed to feel from your partner. And especially if you voice your insecurity about it and they don't even have enough in them to convince you or like make you feel better about that.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound great to me.
No.
Well, let me tell you something. That is the most difficult part about a new relationship, because it wasn't even for me, it wasn't even so much that I felt like embarrassed. My body just would not go.
Yeah.
It was like, no.
Do you do that now?
Yeah, but I'm still pretty coy about it. I don't do it in a close proximity.
Yeah. See, that's something I'm going to change in this relationship, because in the past I used to just, I was willy-nilly, and I would
had the door open.
Talking.
Yeah, I would like to say that I went into like full like mama bear mode last week when all this was going down, and like I made sure to grab 2 of everything when I went to the grocery store, as to make sure that Becca was fully fed by the time she got back from Hawaii, and I still have all of her food in my freezer.
Okay, because I was not at home. I was at Hayley's for a majority of last week, and now I'm back, so I'm going to come get it. So Hayley and I went to Hawaii together, so we were like, we're the only people we're going to have contact with since we've been in the same space. So I've had a change of scenery, which has been nice, going to her place and then my place. Feels like a luxury. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we talked about. Yeah, I think the thing is that, like I was talking to Hayley about it, and she's someone who needs constant, like she's always working and she's always seeing people, kind of how you are. Yeah. And she was just saying, I think I realized that I need something to look forward to. So if it's like, oh, I know that I have this coming up, so I'm just going to work. I'm going to get through these next few days, and then I will meet my marker, is what she was saying. Like, she has markers, and she realized that those are very important in her like mental state of how she handles things.
It's so true. I feel the exact same way. You know, I am seeing my boyfriend time to time, but we are quarantining separately.
Are still in quarantine, but it's all okay. Tanya and I we made the most of it last week with a double date. Tanya?
I did, yes.
Did you have fun?
I had the best night that I've had in a really long time. Honestly.
You had the best time that you've had in a long time?
Yeah.
I mean, it was really fun. We had a great time. And I even, you know, I'm not one to normally get into things as much as Tanya is, as far as like going the extra mile, because she made a menu. It was called T&B's Tasty Tacos. And Tanya made a menu. So then I felt like, well, shoot, I can't not make a menu.
It made me so happy that you made the menu. I really can't tell you how happy that made me, because it's like these little things. Like, I think doing that, you know what I mean? Like making a fake restaurant and like setting up a menu and thinking of funny names and like preparing, like we prepared that meal for like 4 days leading up to the double date night. You know what I mean? Like getting excited about something. Like I need those little things to keep me like in good spirits right now. You know, like that, those are the things that like bring me joy. So that's what I'm going to do, you know?
Yeah. I know everyone got a glimpse of Red Star's arms and arm hair.
And his foot too. That was an exciting part. I wasn't ready for that.
People
kept messaging me like, did he, what happened to, because I guess the way that his foot was positioned, it looks like he's missing toes, but I will say that he has all of his toes.
That is so funny.
Yeah, he has all 10 toes.
That's
They're
great news.
Wonderful, yeah.
Confirmed. Scrubbers, see if you can find out who he is. He has all 10 toes.
All 10 toes. But it was so fun. Like, it sucks because it's just like, I wanted us to do a real double date, like in real life, but it's like, this is our real, and of course, but it's like, I also want I want to start introducing him to like my life and the people in my life. And so this is how it's going to happen.
Well, we love him, and it's just really cute to see y'all together and how into each other y'all are.
That was like my favorite thing that you said to me about it, that you could tell that we were equally obsessed with each other.
Yeah, I mean, it's like very mutual, which is how it's like good and right, because, sometimes it's like, I'm not saying with you, but I'm saying in general couples, you're like, oh, either like he's way more into her or she's way more into him. And it was nice to see that it was reciprocated on both sides.
And it's like nice that, don't you think that I'm like fully myself in front of him?
Oh yeah, and y'all are similar. You're both like a little neurotic.
Totally. It's weird because we are very, very similar, and then also very, very different in certain ways. So it's actually like quite nice, because a lot of the things that we're super like neurotic about, we are both neurotic about them, and the things that we're different on, it's cool because he like can learn from me and I can learn from him. So that's like been really fun.
And like being neurotic about the same things is actually great, because like neurotic is not always good, especially if it's opposite, if you're like, if it really balances and works well. But we love him. We had a great time. We had dinner over Zoom, and then we played games over Zoom. It was great.
So
I know, Becca, how's it been going for you guys?
I'm good. I mean, I thrive in this setting, and I have had a few moments of being like, I really miss my friends and wish we could go get drinks or go to dinner or whatever. But aside from that, I'm fine. I literally sat and did a puzzle for 4 hours last week and I like all of a sudden looked up and it had been like 4 hours of me just sitting there listening to music doing the puzzle. So I realized at that moment, I was like, I am a freak of nature and I am so content doing nothing. But I did finish the puzzle, so it was worth it. However, my significant other needs to be busy at all times.
Same.
Like you or your significant other?
No, same. I need to be busy at all. So it's like, I feel you on that.
Yeah. But I think just making plans and list of things to do has really helped.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm doing okay. We have had a few arguments here and there just in the heat of stress.
I do. I think like everybody's just like emotions are heightened. You know what I mean?
I think that's what it is. It's just everything feels a little more sensitive and more just hits differently a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's we've really had to work on communication and figuring out what's going on. So it's been good. I think even in the moments where it's frustrating or hard, I think it's good growth.
100%. I would also like to say that we do need to give another name on this podcast. On our double date, it was requested.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's requested that my significant other has a name, and Red Star and my significant other came up with the nickname. And Tanya, I guess.
95.
You can announce it.
95.
95.
I thought it was going to be
95%. Was it just 95?
Oh, 95.
Oh, we could do 95%. I just thought for brevity we could do just 95, but I'm down with 95% or 95p.
I love 95p.
95p.
Yeah, I mean, just what was the point? Just so we can talk about my relationship too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all just liked like laughing and doing the 95% because you know that makes me panic.
We can change the name. We just thought that was like a cute one, you know? I like a 95p.
Yeah, it's
cute.
good. Anyway, so there we go.
But it is scary, you guys. Like I haven't said this to somebody literally in 7 years. That's a long ass time.
I know. For me too, I remember I had actually never said it, so it was like really a lot. But I actually said it
until 95p. You've never said it?
95p.
Yeah, that was like my whole story and everything.
Wow.
You did not mention that on the podcast. I would just like to say.
That's awesome. That's really great.
Oh, really?
No, never. I knew that because I'm your best friend, but I know you never said it on here. So that's why Mark was like, "Oh, I didn't know."
I think I've said it. I think I had said like I had never been in love before. I mean, I feel like for sure I've said that. Anyways, yeah, when I
also
first
feel like sometimes you say that in early relationships, and then later on you figure out, oh, wait a second, this is love, and what was before when I was saying love wasn't really love.
Right.
Yeah, I never said it before, and
wow.
So, but I remember it was like I had this moment of not wanting to say it and then freak out about it, you know? So I get that.
Right. So, but like, who said it first? You or N5P?
N5P.
Okay, Easton, who said it first? You or Allison?
And then
I think we kind of said it at the same time, and ours was very like we were on the phone, and it was just like, all right, good night, I love you, and she said, love you. I think I said it first, and then it was like 3 days later, and we're like, wait, did we just say that? Very casual, but I think it was me.
I have to say that there was some dispute over this, so my memory may not be accurate of this, but my memory of this is that we were in my apartment in Milwaukee, in Wauwatosa, sitting on the floor of the bedroom for whatever reason, and I knew that she wanted to say it, and she was concerned whether or not I would say it back, but I knew I was definitely going to say it back, so I kind of coaxed her into saying it so I could then say it back again right away. That's my recollection. Hers is different, but that's how I remember it.
how does she remember it?
She thinks that I said it first, and she might be right. Maybe I'm a planner, so maybe my version is how I planned on it happening, and that's not actually how it happened. I'm not sure. We'll never know.
Right.
But
Yeah.
she remembers the setting correctly, sitting on the floor of my bedroom in Wauwatosa.
N5P said it, and then I said it back, and then I freaked out because I was like, did I just say it back to make things less awkward? So then I
like
called,
you weren't sure.
Yeah, so then I called and I took it back. Because I
took it back?
I was just like, I don't know if I'm there yet, and it's the first time I've ever said it or felt this way, so I don't want to like rush into it. And then I said it like a week later. So
and
that
it meant a lot more because you really thought about it.
Yeah. So yeah,
Take it back. That's the most Becca thing I've ever heard.
That's what I was just thinking. That's such a great
guys-
Becca versus Tanya contrast.
As I was on the phone taking it back, I was like, why am I like this? Why is it plaguing me that I need to take it back instead of just like letting it go?
But you're right. I do think that shows that it was more intentional and there was like more thought, and that you really, really like did soul searching, and they were like, no, this is it. This is really how I feel.
Right. Yeah. So it was good at the end of it, but I do remember having the thought as I was being like, I don't know, thinking, will I always be this way? Like overthink everything?
Probably.
Probably. This weekend, Friday was Hayley's birthday, and she was someone who, like, okay, so my birthday, I could go without anyone acknowledging it. I mean, obviously, my close friends, if they didn't tell me happy birthday, that would affect me, but I'm not someone who needs, like, a celebration. I don't say, like, oh, it's my birthday week. Like, it makes me a little uncomfortable to have all that attention. But I do love, like, going on a girls' trip and celebrating without, like, it being directly my birthday, if that makes sense. So Hayley's not like that. Hayley's like, it's my birthday week. Like, what are we going to do? And she loves seeing all her friends. She had, like, last year, I think we got an Airbnb, and I think 20 of her friends came. Like, we got this huge house. Anyway, she loves to celebrate. So I was like, oh, she's going to be really dark, you know, during a quarantine birthday is not ideal for her. Mm-hmm. So we came up with the idea to get canvases and easels and paint, and we sent them out to like 20 of her friends and family, and we did a Zoom party with like 20 of us, and we did a Bob Ross painting. We watched like a YouTube video of him like teaching how to paint, and everyone painted the same paint, and she shared the screen with everyone so everyone was able to see, and like everyone was on this like doing the same thing, and it was so fun. Like, it was such a great idea, and everyone had the best time, and it felt like you would, like, it was kind of as if it was an activity where if you were all in person, you'd still be doing the same thing because you're focused on your painting.
What'd you paint?
It was The Distant Mountains by Bob Ross.
Oh, beautiful.
It was such a cute idea to the point where I messaged Becca and was like, can you send me the Amazon links to these, please? Because I'm going to arrange a art class at the Rad Shack this coming week.
It was so fun. The only thing is that like all of her friends and family are really artistic, and you know, I am an athlete, so I am not a creative artist, and I thought mine was looking so good because no one revealed it, and we all revealed them at the end. And at one point, her sister, who's like an incredible artist, showed hers. And I was like, oh no. Mine literally looks like a 5-year-old did it. It was so bad.
I'm not good at painting either. I feel like mine would look like a 5-year-old did it too.
But everyone's were so amazing. But it was a really fun activity. So I highly recommend doing a painting Zoom party with your friends because it was awesome.
I'm into it.
But anyways, I learned that I'm a horrible artist, not my skills. But anyways, I'm really into it. Have you watched the last episode?
No, well, so that's what I was going to ask you. Does Hayley watch Grey's with you?
No, she doesn't watch Grey's Anatomy.
See, so this past weekend, I had Red Star with me the whole weekend. And
wow.
Yeah. It was
a weekend?
A full weekend. It was 3 full days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. He went to church with me. I'd learned how to play poker. Well, I went to my virtual church.
Virtual church, okay.
Yeah, but he went with me, came with me, watched with me. I learned how to play poker. But we have like certain shows that we watch together, and like he's so like I can't watch Grey's with him because he doesn't know like do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't know what's going on, so I wasn't able to watch it.
Now's the time.
No, I was actually telling Hayley, I'm like, yeah, we're doing the bonus episodes, which is great because like, you know, people have been wanting extra episodes, but it's a weird time to be doing bonus episodes because we're not doing anything with our days. Like what do we talk about? That's so funny. So for Hayley's birthday, she was like, I really want a dartboard. I love darts. And I'm like, oh, wait. Mom's trying to FaceTime me. Not now, Mom. Had to hit that decline real quick. So we got a dartboard, and I've played darts. I think I played once in college. Like, literally, I threw it, like, once. I never cared to do it again. So we set it up, and we go to play, and I beat her the first game, and she's like, this is my game. Like, I'm supposed to be able to win this one. Feels good, but then she beat me every other time. So,
but see, that's nice. It's like a seesaw, you know. Like sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But guess what? Not Tanya.
Yeah, but I also think that sometimes you realize things about yourself as you're in a relationship. Like, I realize that I am more controlling in how I like things done, because like 95p will do something and then I'll go behind and correct it if it's not done the right way. And I think that that can be really frustrating for the other person. And so I've had to realize that just because I like things a certain way, if I'm asking 95p to do it, then I just have to accept that that's how it's going to be done, because at least it's getting done. It's just not how I like it. And if I want it to be done my way, then I need to do it.
That's and therein lies the rub. Guys are the worst.
They are. You don't need us.
Like,
No, they're not, because there's guys like Mark and Easton and Red Star who respect the thing is, if a guy is receptive to communication, they're fine.
I did have the best burger of possibly my life this last weekend.
I know. I'm kind of jealous. Tell me about it.
So,
and you did your nails, which we need to get back to, by the way.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So the burger, I posted like a story recently, and I was just saying like all the foods I was craving, which was like everything. But this girl wrote me on Facebook, and she sent me the Instagram to this burger place in LA called Burgers Never Say Die. And the whole thing is like you call in to order, but they had closed once every like quarantine started, but then they were reopening and they were just doing pickup orders. And she was like, but you have to order in advance and like you have to wait in line, like it's a big deal, like it's very popular. So I saw the pictures and I thought about, I like was having vivid dreams about eating this burger and what it would taste like. And so I'm doing so Hayley and I have been doing workouts with our trainer over FaceTime or whatever, which has been great. It's like, been great for me to do. But her trainer was like, hey, if y'all want a good burger, my husband is like co-owner or somehow involved in this restaurant called Burgers Never Say Die. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I've literally been dreaming about a burger from there ever since I heard about it. And she was like, oh yeah, they just opened back up today. So we drove and got one on Friday. And it was, how you see pictures or you think about things and you imagine how they'll taste, and then you taste it and you're like, it was good, but it wasn't like exactly what I thought it would be. This was everything I thought it would be. It was perfect. And then Easton responded and gave me the validation I needed as a fellow fast food foodie.
Wait, it's fast food?
On Friday night, after the most amazing burger of my life, Hayley and I are playing Mario Kart against Marla, who's her best friend, and Thatcher, who's her brother. And we were playing like virtual, on Nintendo Switch, you can play against each other online.
No, I don't know that because I don't play video games.
Wow.
Okay, so on loser. So on Nintendo Switch, you can like go online and you can play your friends who have a Nintendo Switch. It is fun. And we're just like in the middle of a battle, and someone like bangs on my door, and they're like, police department, and I like freak out. Literally in my brain, the way my mind works, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't gotten my registration stickers for my car.
So having Dr. Viv on made me realize something that I didn't even ask you about, Becca.
What?
How is your relationship doing in this quarantine?
We're great. I think the thing is, to be honest, I don't really feel like we need a ton of time apart from each other. Like, I haven't had any moments where I'm like, I need my space, but we each have our own place. So if one of us needs a space, then there's an escape in that way. But I haven't really felt that immense need for space. So So, like, we've been good, but I think there's moments where there's stress or, like, fear or anxiety about just, like, the overall situation, but we're pretty good at communicating and, like, talking it out. Like, last night we talked about just, it's so easy to focus, I think human nature is to focus on ourselves and our personal situation of, like, how am I feeling, which I think it's great to check in and, like, make sure that you're feeling healthy and, like, your mental health and your physical health. I think that is very necessary, but in the grand scheme of things, being bored or wanting to travel and not being able to is so minute compared to the overall scenario. So we had this conversation last night, just talking, you know, like verbalizing that, and that it's important to be aware of our situation and how we're feeling, but also take into consideration the bigger picture. So we're good. We haven't had any, we've had a few like bickering arguments, but nothing where one of us slams the door and runs out or anything.
That's good.
Yeah. Hayley and I watched this movie on Netflix last night. It's called A Secret Love. Have you seen the trailer for it?
I haven't even heard of it.
It's about these two, like, older ladies, like, they're in their, I think, 90s, and they lived their whole life, 65 years of being a couple, and no one knew, because it was, like, illegal, like, you got thrown in jail when they were, like, young, you know, if you were gay, and they kind of talk, and, like, their family didn't know, they just thought they were best friends that moved to the United States, and it was, like, cheaper to live together, and it's, like, it's sad, but they've, like, lived a great life, but the sad part was, like, watching them just get old and, like, have to have people take care of them, and I just am having a moment. I don't know if it's, like, TikTok or what, but everything's making me feel old, because they were saying, in the movie, she was saying, like, we've been together for 65 plus years, and yet it feels like it just happened yesterday, and it's like, you don't realize how time's going by. I don't know. It was, like, emotional. But it's really
Wait till you have
sweet.
kids,
Like, it's a great documentary.
and then you watch time go by, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's so interesting because the other day when we were promoting the Revolve chat, it said, like, talking about dating and love and blah, blah, blah. And one of our scrubbers, I guess, like, her friend sent it to her, the story, and then she responded to me instead of to her friend.
I love when that happens.
Because it was my
love
story.
when that happens.
And she said, interesting, I hope she's honest. And I just responded with, like, an emoji, like doing like this, like questioning it. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you know, like, apologize. Like, I'm going to send to my friend, like, we support you. And I guess, like, I worded it wrong. But my whole thing was, like, me being private about my relationship isn't me being dishonest about my relationship.
True.
Like, I talk about that I'm in a relationship. Like, I don't act like I'm single or talk about anything. It's not dishonest. It's just my decision to keep it private. But I thought it was interesting that she worded it that way.
It is interesting because what did the question say? Talk about you were going to talk about your dating life?
No, it just said talking about dating and love and relationships, like, in general, like how Nick does his questions with Nick thing.
It is interesting.
What's interesting?
That she said, I hope she's honest, because it's probably not what she meant. I hope she probably meant, like, I hope she shares.
Yeah.
She probably meant this will be interesting if she opens up.
Yeah, I hope she shares and, like, yeah. But I just thought I'm like, oh, I wonder if people think that because that privacy means dishonesty.
Yeah, but I mean, I think also people are going to have opinions no matter what you do.
It's true, though. Like, I even have moments where like, we'll take photos or videos, and I, like, am like, oh, this would be so cute to post. Honestly, in my mind, I know that my, like, social media, my engagement and my followers would go up if I post it because that's all people want to see is like relationship. But I'm like, I can't sacrifice like my privacy and my relationship for that reason, you know?
Totally.
I bet, I always wonder when that'll change.
What?
When, like Tanya says, at a certain point, it's going to kind of open up. And I feel the same way about you. I feel like there will be a level achieved and everything's going to open up.
Yeah, it's just going to be people asking till I just can't take it anymore. And I'm just like, here.
I hope that's not what happens.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think it'll just be a point where I'm like, all right, you know, it doesn't affect me whether it's public or not, you know? Like, it doesn't change our relationship.
If 95P becomes 100P, that's going to be a level, I think, that allows a lot of more information to come out.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, if it's 100P, then that's pretty serious. It's funny. Anniversaries are funny because, like, how do you go to the one where you said, like, will you be my girlfriend or boyfriend? Or are you like, when you met? I don't know. I like the happy anniversary, Tanya. Cheers.
Thank you so much. I'm saying it to you guys and I haven't even said it to him. So here we are.
Becca, when is your anniversary with 95P? Is it your first date? Is it your first meeting?
We celebrate when we first met. And we also celebrate when we became official. And they're like a few months apart. I mean, like, literally, I got a video. It was like 2 months after we met. And it was like, I love you, Becca. Happy anniversary. So, I mean, it's not like anything. It's kind of all over the place. We do it multiple because I didn't know. Well, it was really fun. We did like a social distancing picnic, double date, and we drove up in separate cars to the forest. And mind you,
I didn't tell you this, but Red Star was like, "Oh, Becca, she's a aggressive driver," and I was like, "Oh, is she going too fast for you?" And he's like, "No," he's like, "But I don't think she's the best at being a caravan leader."
I said that in the car. Literally, I go, I just realized I'm really bad at being the leader when someone's following me. Because I'm like, I like to go fast. I like to cut it.
Oh, yeah, we get on the freeway and Becca's like, shoom. And I was like, thank God I'm not driving.
I did admit that. So that's funny that he said that because I said that out loud too. So I'm aware. That's why I wanted to just give y'all the address and be like, go, do your own thing. We'll be there.
I'm glad that you didn't because I had no service.
The funny part is that we've been watching the new season of Dead to Me, and at one point they reference the Angeles National Forest of being like where there's tons of like buried bodies there. And the whole time we were like, do you think that's true? But we couldn't Google it because there was no service. That's something I'm going to look up after this podcast, actually. Yeah, but yeah, we went up there and we had a picnic and we played cornhole and it was just really, really lovely. It's a great day.
It was a great day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really fun. We had a really great time. It was a really great day. I was so exhausted the next day. Like yesterday, I watched so much 90 Day Fiance. Wow.
Same. We went to bed at 8:30. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we did not do that, but
yeah, that's a little extreme.
we were tired yesterday, and it was like a real lazy day. So,
and I do have to say, I made some treats for the picnic that I gave to Becca and N5P, and they were a hit. So
they really gave 95P a massive stomach ache.
Shut up, really?
Yeah. I think too many were consumed.
Oh, too many. So I'm like very into these oatmeal balls where it's just oats and banana with cinnamon, and then you can put whatever you want in them. So I put like dark chocolate chips and blueberries.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Allison, my wife, is obsessed with them, and she's been adding blueberries too. I actually just polished off a bag right before we started the podcast.
Yeah, wait, I'm so bummed about the stomach ache.
No, I think
That
well,
sucks.
no. It's because bananas and oats can cause like gas or whatever, like can cause your stomach to hurt. So I think there was a lot of pressure from you to keep trying them. So I think it was just overconsumption.
That's hard to imagine.
Yeah.
Here, have some more.
Tanya literally the whole time, like, mouth open, like, do you like them? Have another. Have another.
These ones are blueberry. These ones are blueberry and chocolate chip. These ones are just chocolate chip.
Yeah, but they were delicious.
I mean, honestly, sometimes that's just how, when you meet someone that you want to be with all the time, this is honestly an ideal situation, because especially in the beginning, that's all you want to do. That's the only person you want to see. It's like you almost have to, I had to really make myself hang out, like make time for my friends, because I'm like, these people are as important. I need to give them the time.
Yes.
But all I wanted to do was be with the person I newly started dating. So I totally get that. I would have loved having quarantine during the beginning of the relationship.
It's so funny though, because like I get what you're saying, but normally
I'm still not a hundo P right now. I'm probably like probably 9 to 5 P, if you know what I mean.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't like equating 9.5p to that,
Yeah,
but
same.
okay.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Same.
If
It's
I'm being
not great.
honest, I'm probably like 75% right now. But
So when I first started dating 95p, there was only one bathroom in the apartment, and it was I couldn't wait to go home to my own place.
oh yeah, no, you can't go there. No chance.
No, yeah,
No.
had to, and then it was just like I was bloated, so I felt gross. It was like horrible.
I know, it's really a double-edged sword, you know.
Yeah, but the things we do. 95p will not let me take a moment. So if we're having a conversation or an argument or something, my normal reaction is to go away, process it, because I don't want to say anything that I don't mean. 95p is like, nope, we are hashing it out right here. And then it ends up sometimes not great.
Oh really? I was gonna say it ends up okay.
Well, I mean, eventually it ends up okay because we finally get to a point where we agree. But sometimes if I could have that moment, I feel like things would be solved in a different, probably a more efficient way.
Right.
But because we just have to really get into it.
That's nice though.
I mean, I don't let my anger last longer than like a couple hours. Like it never goes days or anything like that. If hours, just because I hate confrontation. I don't like feeling tension. So even if I need a minute, it doesn't take me long to just kind of breathe through it. And then I'm like ready to have a conversation so we can fix it and then start the process of being normal. She's like, it's much easier to just be single.
Yeah. It's easier to go back to the way it used to be. And I'm like,
yeah. But it's not like once you've decided that you want to fight for someone and get through the complicated things, then being single, you don't feel like, oh, it's easier, because it's not like your feelings just go away. Like if you're like, oh, it's easier to walk away from this situation, it's not, because your feelings are there, That's so funny, because I was going to say, is it just on the tip of your tongue at all times?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't feel like I haven't felt right to say it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I were to have said it right now, it would be like forced. Does that make sense?
Really? That's so funny, because I was going to say, is it just on the tip of your tongue at all times? Because when I said it, it almost just like I blurted it out. Like I wanted to say it, but I said it, and then it was on. So when I said it that whole day, it almost kept coming out, and I was like, get control of yourself, like, you know. And then that night,
which makes me feel like maybe I don't feel it.
I mean, I don't know. Only you know that. You know?
Is it a long time?
Well, it depends on what you're saying.
Are we still talking about I love you? Is that what we're still talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, we said it in like 2 weeks. So.
No!
Well, think about this.
Becca, do you remember when, like, years ago, you always used to say that, like, you were like, I want a long-distance relationship. I think that's better for me. Like, I just want someone that's far away that I can talk to, like, little by little and, like, do my own thing.
Don't want to be bothered.
Could you, that's, like, not the case anymore.
No, it's not. Phoebe lives with me.
It couldn't be farther from the case now.
Phoebe lives right with me, and I don't wish for long distance. Yeah, no, it's funny. Like, things change. 95P and I went and met friends for like a picnic outside yesterday in Santa Monica. And when we saw our friends, I was like, do we get to hug? Are we like hugging or?
I know that's like
awkward.
It's so awkward because some people like want to do the pump, you know, the elbow bump. Some people give you a fist bump. Some people don't even want to touch you.
I know.
Some people want to hug you.
I know. I think they felt bad because they hugged me, but I didn't. I think I probably pressured them into that, but it felt safe, you know. Felt good about it. I miss like my friends and going places. I can't wait to feel comfortable doing normal things again. Because I'm kind of like Mark. I'm in this weird, I don't think I'm ready yet.
Let me tell you, come on a double with Red Star Night to the place by us because it's great. It's all outdoors.
Yeah. Yeah, we already saw y'all. We've already been exposed to you, so.
Do not seem so thrilled. Don't seem so thrilled about that idea.
No, I am. I gotta think about it, you know? What's touching the dishes, you know, that you're eating? Who's making the food?